do for you today is I'm going to run you to two trades that I took today, which made me over $500 today. So one of the trades, the first trade I'm going to show you here was a break-even trade, and the second trade was really the trade that made me the money. So first and foremost, I'll just start with the GJ trade. It was taken on, as I said, pound yen, 5 minute, and I'll just run you through it quickly here. So as you can see on the chart, this is, as you can see right here on the chart. Wait, let me just go into move. I want to move this over here. So I will just check this. Right. So now you can see exactly where I started the trade out. So right here, if I can get it to maneuver, right here is what I was looking at on the trading day. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail on this trade because it was a break-even trade, but you can see here that we had a strong rejection from the previous day's low, and we had impulsive bullish moves up. So what I was thinking is, as soon as we had a break of this high, my bias shifted to a bullish bias. And the reason for that was because at this stage, we not only had strong rejections from these lows, which is a 1 hour support, we also had a break of structure. So my bias had shifted. And when we had this big 5 minute candle close like this, strong engulfing candle, close above resistance, I decided to take an entry, targeting the filling in of these imbalances to the left, right? So I entered in on this candle and I let price play out a little bit. I was targeting roughly, as you can see here, about over there. So I was targeting about a 1 to, let's just be precise here, about a 1 to 1.3 R, so not a big trade. But basically what ended up happening was, as soon as these candles formed, I first and foremost decided to tighten my risk, as I normally do, very normal practice for me. Next, I got this candle form, and at this stage I was thinking to myself, okay, with this candle closing engulfing the previous candle, we haven't had any retracements with all this move. We're probably going to get a retracement back down to there. I'm probably going to get stopped out. So I decided at this point, you know what, I'm going to either let it go to my TP, I'm going to just set my stop loss at break even. So I set at break even, and as you can see, we had price take out my stop loss at break even. So just for a quick break even trade. And then I will show you the next trade in just a second. The next trade, and this is really the main trade. So this here is the 5 minute chart on gold, and I've just put it into replay mode to the exact spot where I basically decided to get in. So as you can see here, what we had on gold was we had a strong drive down, and then we saw some bullish price action begin to emerge. As you can see here, let me just pull this up. So we had this kind of break of structure, bang, a really nice break of structure, some consolidation right here, right? And it was this kind of price action that really got me interested, right? So also, just to add, there's also, if you look on the hard time frames, you'll see that this whole area is a major rejection area, right? We had price reject from these lows 1, 2, 3 times. Now, originally my bias was to see price break down below these lows and continue to fill all this imbalance to the left. But instead, we had price come down here and push strongly away from it. In fact, if you look in the 30 minute, you'll see we had a nice big bullish 30 minute candle close. So this bullish price action away from those lows was kind of my signal to look for buys. So when price came right here, we had this formation. We had these two candles break out from the high. They broke out above this resistance, right? So as soon as that happened, we had this breakout above this resistance here. To me, I was thinking, okay, if this next candle breaks this high, we're going to see all these candles fill to the left here. So that's exactly what I targeted. Just put my stop loss below the low. I put my TP filling these imbalances. I went a little bit more conservative. I went about here it was, I believe. I'll show you the actual execution on MT5 in a minute. But you can see what happened was The first candle was pretty small, kind of did nothing. And then we began to see price push away really nicely. And I got out exactly right here on this candle, right at the top of that candle. I got out. Price went a little bit further. And as you can see, it ultimately ended up going quite a bit further. In fact, it went a lot further. But that's not my concern. My concern is collecting these pips here. So collecting roughly, as you can see, a 1 to 1.3 R. So very, very solid trade. And the core premise was I had the trend on my side. I had volume on my side. I had clean candles to the left. And I had an entry. I had my risk managed. You know, that's the key. And just to add to that, as I say, I had my risk managed. As soon as price, you see here, this candle here, as soon, and I'll just remove it. Well, I'll keep it actually. Just when I'll show you, just when I had this candle right here form, as it was going up, I tightened my stop loss straight away behind here. And then that's when that candle opened, but as that candle expanded to where it was here, then I tightened my stop loss here. And next thing you know, I'm running with pretty much no risk on the table, and I've just collected a really, really solid trade. So that's basically the breakdown of the two trades. Now let me slide over to MT5 and show you the exact live execution. So here we are on MT5. So as you can see, this is Japanese yen. So this is the first trade, and you can actually see I'm already here at the section. So you can see right here the trade. So it's in very, very, oh, just lost it here for a second. 1 second, guys. Where is it gone? Here it is. Right, so you can see, got in on the break of this high here. And then we had price go up, price come down, exited as it was about to break this low. And as you can see in the bottom right, plus $47, basically a break-even trade. Just a little bit better than break even. And then we had, what was this over here? Then over here on gold, and I'm lined up perfectly. You can see entry in on the break of this high right here. Bang, entry on the break of that high. And then we just had a nice drive. Stop loss was below here, tightened, and we had all this imbalance filled. Got out right on the top of that candle, and as you can see, $485 in the bottom right of the screen. So yeah, very solid day, total of $532. And ultimately price ended up continuing very nicely, but as I said before, that's just not my concern. And yeah, so guys, that's basically it. A very solid day, and I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of my trades.